Okay, picture this. You're an autistic person that has high-level impatience. Well, okay, there's technically more to this story. Just imagine that you're a part of a fandom dedicated to a funny ghost-catching movie from the 1980s with a funny sequel, a not-so-funny reboot, a not-so-funny requel, and of course the fourth one. Okay, now just imagine Haslab by Hasbro. You got that? Alright, now just imagine elitism with Ghostbusters fandom. This is self-explanatory. Then you should imagine toy collectors. You take all of this, put them in a blender, what do you get? That's right, a giant rest in peace tombstone on your mortgages. If I'm being told by popular toy channels that I need to back up a Haslab, or buy a Haslab from a second-hand market regardless of how much it is, all while simultaneously having a tone in your voice that implies that if I don't back or buy the Haslab in question, I'm as thick as whale shit.
Listen, if you haven't bought it, sorry.
Then chances are I'm not going to subject myself to a mentality that's notorious in the furry fandom.
Life itself is pay to win. I could not say that any better.
And even the Sonic the Hedgehog fandom.
Where the fuck is my 3D Sonic 1?
But what the hell, I got one anyways. My point in this video is that pre-order only fucking sucks, honestly. And I don't want to harp on the concept at all because it sounds good on paper, especially for independent creators and controversial YouTubers. So for the implications and or context of independent creators, it makes sense. For independent creators that work with multi-million-dollar corporations or the multi-million-dollar corporations themselves, it just doesn't really make any sense to me. It's very anti-consumer for a corporation to limited stock a certain item, especially if it's an item that everyone wants, not just some random popular guy on YouTube. Do I need to explain the Mario 3D All-Stars controversy? No, of course I don't, because you practically already know it front and center. So again, for an independent creator standard, pre-order only makes sense, like when independent creators use Makeship. It's ironic that the 2 in the box is sold behind their Haslab program. Meanwhile, the Spengler Neutron wand or even the 1984 wand is actually available in-store on their website, on Amazon, and even at places like GameStop. Very hypocritical. And yes, Hasbro can sell it in stores separately. Just make the PKE meter $100 and the Ghost Trap $200.
It blows my mind. It's like, what were they thinking?
Now, I know what you're probably gonna say. Well, gee, that's a lot of nasty things to say about my precious multi-billion-dollar corporation. Does that mean you hate the product itself?
No.
As a matter of fact, the 2 in the box itself is actually kinda cool. I was in, finally, we got a second chance when the Matty Collector one is not available anymore, and that the second-hand market is a total fucking cunt about the Matty Collector one. But aside from that, let's actually talk about this stupid thing, alright? My favorite thing about this trap is that it comes with the silver rods that appear in Ghostbusters 2 and Ghostbusters the video game.
The second one doesn't count, you fucking retard.
Okay, anyways, because I really like the silver color on that trap, as it implies
It's not screen accurate to the first movie, though.
Anyways, because it implies that these
If
are
a prop you
multiple
buy is slightly off model, you're a fake fucking fan and you need to kill yourself now.
Okay, fine. I'll change it back to the red ones. God, you Ghostbusters elitists ruin everything. Anyways, aggressive comments from salty man babies aside, this is a pretty standard Ghostbusters prop, especially from Hasbro Pulse. Flick of the switch turns the trap on and off, and the dial on the right side of the trap changes the volume. My favorite part about this trap is, like the Matty Collector one, it has 2 modes of opening the trap. One is spooky or ghost mode, and the other is prop mode. The difference is that spooky mode has way more ghost noises that play after every time you open and close the trap, and it has a bit of a delay just like how the trap functions in the first Ghostbusters movie. While prop mode, when you step on the pedal, the doors instantly open, and if you step on the pedal again, the doors instantly close on the trap. I assume this is supposed to be like how the trap functions in the cartoon series The Real Ghostbusters, where they just press on the pedal or button once and it instantly opens and sucks the ghosts in. I could talk more details about the trap, but I'm certain that there are other YouTubers who have probably done a far better justice than I ever could, so I recommend you just watch their videos. Oh look, for the first thing that was revealed in the reveal trailer. It's the tracking device from Suburban Commando, the tracking device from They Live, the hacking device from Condor, the psychokinetic energy meter from Ghostbusters? Okay, well the only thing I can say about the PKE meter from the 2 in the box is that it's pretty much just a Matty collector one, but it has an additional taser feature like the one from Ghostbusters Afterlife. And it's also a little bigger than the Matty one, so yeah, if you like big things then this is for you. I guess, I don't know. Golly gee, what an amazing prop from Hasbro, as usual. Surely it's gotta be worth waiting a whole ass year after pre-ordering, right? I mean, I never done it, but probably not, especially for an impatient person such as myself. But is it worth it even when you buy it from a secondhand market for an extra $300?
Kinda.
It's somewhat unfair for Hasbro to hide all the really interesting stuff behind pre-order only paywalls, especially if those props will take a whole ass year to make. Just make them available in store for fuck's sakes, Hasbro. For the Proton Pack, it makes some kind of sense, because the only way to have the Proton Pack is if you had the Afterlife or the 1984 Neutrino Wand. But there's no actual reason why both the PKE meter and the Ghost Trap are a part of the Haslab program. It just doesn't make sense. Maybe if this PKE meter was sold on the Hasbro Pulse website and then the Ghost Trap was part of the Haslab program, then it would have made a little more sense, especially knowing that both of these items are connected to one another via the infrared sensors. I don't really know what to say 100% in the long run, but I will say that it is a good product in hindsight. But man, having to buy it or pre-order it just seems like a bit of a hassle, especially for something this small in comparison to the Proton Pack. But hey, look on the bright side. Just like the Hasbro Proton Pack, Spirit Halloween might make their own deluxe version of the Ghost Trap with a pedal for you to step on to open and close it properly, as well as a PKE meter that functions closer to the Matty one, right? Spirit's gonna fuck this one up, aren't they?